Hey guys, it's me, Travis with PlayerProps.ai. It's March, baby. If you were paying attention in Discord, I think I told you guys that I had jury due today, so there's probably not going to be a show. But checked it last night, and good old Travis was excused. Don't have to show up to the courthouse. 2 thumbs up to that happening. But yeah, it's March. It's the home of the best sporting event of the year. People keep saying that the Super Bowl is the best sporting event. It's not, by a mile. It's March Madness. We're going to be hosting a contest as we do every year. Whoever wins this contest is going to get a free year of premium. And that's just something we do with all of our contests. Every time we have the opportunity to do something fun, like March Madness Bracket Challenge, we take advantage of that. It is also March, which means we are now in the month of the Player Props Party. If you're a premium member or you're going to be upgrading within the next 7 days, this is the little placard here. I'm going to hold it next to my face so it's not blurry. This is the little name tag that we create for everybody going to the party. March 28th in Orlando, Florida. If you are premium or you're upgrading within the next 7 days and you have the ability to get to Orlando, Florida on March 28th, what you want to do is you want to send me a DM in Discord ASAP. There are just a few tickets left. It's free to attend. It doesn't cost you a single penny to get inside the door. And on top of that, I cover all the food and drinks. And it's just a fun little gathering of the community. Of people who've been with us for a little bit now. But again, if you have the ability to Orlando, Florida, March 28th, make sure you shoot me a DM. If you haven't tapped the subscribe button yet and you like getting tips on how to lose less and win more, well, you definitely want to do that before you forget about it, because that's what this channel is all about. We have the most successful sports betting YouTube channel on the planet because we teach you how to do things the correct way. We don't just throw 8-pick parlays at you and hope that they hit. We actually tell you how to win and how to stop losing all of your avoidable bets. So let's get cracking here. We have NBA. There are not a crazy amount of games. Let's count them here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-game slate. Typically 4 games and less is not what we enjoy. But we're gonna have to make do. I don't like focusing on college basketball props for a handful of reasons. One is because you or your friends are psychopaths and you send death threats to 18-year-old athletes because they scored 21 points instead of 20 or 22. A lot of states have banned college props to protect the young college athletes. On top of that, college is very, very volatile. It's very difficult to project to the accuracy that it does for NBA or the other professional sports. There's too many teams, there's too many variables. I mean, not to say it doesn't work, but we might as well focus on the stuff that works more, which is why we do NBA now until MLB starts. And also, speaking of March, not just March Madness, ladies and gentlemen, we also have MLB coming at the end of this month. If you were part of MLB last year, you already know that we printed an insane amount of money during MLB season, and we're going to pick up where we left off. We have a lot of tricks, a lot of things, a lot of cheat sheets, a lot of sexy strategies that are going to 10x our bankrolls over this MLB season and lead us into another amazing NFL season. So let's cut right to the chase. Let's find something for tonight, even though we only have 4 games. And who knows, maybe we'll switch to NHL if we can't find anything, because the goal of betting is not to force stupid decisions. You don't want to bet on something just to have action. You want to bet on something because there's reason. It checks all the boxes. Oh, speaking of the boxes, to kind of drive the point home of how solid our 6-step checklist is in our checklist channel in Discord, which is essentially what I do in all these shows. The entire week last week of everything I showed you guys, and everything we wound up on, there was only one miss the entire week where we had a 6-6 play that didn't pan out. So it's very important that you continue to use that checklist. And if you're like, I'm not sure what all 6 of those checks are, Travis, well, in the free Discord it's mandatory for you to be in if you want to have the same success as the other people that are also in Discord. The channel in there, one of the many free channels you have access to, is called Checklist, and it just breaks everything down. Does the prop you're looking at check this box? Does it check this box? Does it check this box? And if it does, well, hey, you got yourself a 6 out of 6, and that's something that you can actually look to play. It keeps you from shooting yourself in the foot by locking in things that are suboptimal. Maybe it's lack of an edge, or there's just the game script messed up. It could be many different things. Make sure you're checking the checklist. there's a 80% chance that if you find something on the app that doesn't work out, that's probably not checking all of those boxes. So make sure you go back every time you win from using the app. Go back and see, okay, why did this win? What did I look at? What was good in my approach? And then every time you lose, go back. What did I miss? Does this check all the boxes? Did I ignore something in one of the guidelines for this? Every time, if you're constantly looking back and reevaluating your decision making and your research process, you'll get better and better and better much more quickly than anybody else. So whatever you lost, if you lost any picks this weekend, go back. Which PlayerProps.ai 7 steps to success, which guidelines, which bankroll management guidelines did this not follow, which checklist did the boxes on the checklist did not follow. Just constantly look at every time you have a result, not just only the losses, but look at the wins, because the wins will help you define and sharpen what's working and what's not working. But yeah, just constantly be trying to get better. The only people that don't have success with PlayerProps.ai are the people that aren't actively trying to get better. If you're not in the Discord, you're not trying. If you're not asking questions, asking for feedback on things you find before you lock it in, you're not trying. It's not. I've had some people that kind of make it seem like it's rocket science, to where they're like, well, I can't do that. Yes, you can. You can type a question in Discord. It doesn't matter what time of the day it is. It doesn't matter what channel you type it in. Just type a question in Discord. Hey, am I understanding this guideline right? Or am I understanding this checklist right? Here's a play that I found on the PlayerProps.ai app. Would you guys play this? Does this check all the boxes? Am I reading this right? If you're constantly trying to get better and you're asking for feedback from the people you see crushing it in Discord, they are more than happy to say, hey, yeah, you're looking at this right. This is a good play. Or, hey, you might want to check, checklist number 5 or whatever it may be. You have to constantly be actively trying to get better. You're not just going to magically get better. You're not just going to magically start winning everything if you're not actively trying to get to that point. The reason why there's people in Discord that are winning much more often than some of the people is it's just the spectrum of who has put in the time. Have you learned the 7 steps of success that are undefeated in our Discord? Every single member we've had in the 24 months that we've existed, this is being month 24, has had success in reducing their avoidable losses if they followed all 7 of our 7 steps of success. So anytime somebody says they're struggling or they're not having the success that they want, or the success that we provide you, more often than not, there's one of those 7 steps that they're not following. So that's your focus for March. Your focus for March is for you to actually try to get better this month. Make sure you understand the 7 steps of success forwards and backwards. Make sure you understand the 6-step checklist for every player prop to make sure you're not skipping over anything or forcing anything that makes no sense. March is your month to get better. So you got to try. The only way you can fail is by not trying. It's as easy as that. Now, let's find something here. Okay, it looks like we're going to be skipping the Houston-Washington game. Ridiculous 15.5 spread. Getting to the point, I feel like you never see these in the first few months of the season when everybody is essentially all in playoff contention. But then once we're like, oh, this team's definitely going to be tanking. I think Trae Young might be playing his first game here, but I don't think that matters. I don't think they're going to actively try to win this game. It's just ridiculous how many stupid spreads we see in the last 3 or 4 months of the year, of the NBA year. So no touchy. Go down one more. I think Steph Curry's still out. Yeah, so he's already officially ruled out here. So when he's ruled out, this is a new feature, by the way. If you haven't been paying attention in the Discord, you haven't seen it in the previous videos we did. We dropped this, I believe, Thursday night at midnight. This is showing you how a player's perform when somebody is or is not playing. So Curry's already ruled out, right? So we can click out and we'll see what are the last 10, L10 stands for last 10, what are the last 10 games DeAnthony Melton has done in games specifically where Steph Curry has not played, because he's not playing this game. And these are the last games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So out of the last 10 games, You see Curry here. It says he's played 2. So there's 2 games in the last 10 where Curry did play. But then there's 8 games, which is what we see here, where he hasn't. So 24, 24, 26, 25. So he looks like he's averaging the same amount of minutes, like 25 plus. And then we see he's projected to get 27 here. Without last 10 games, without Stephen Curry, he's averaged 25. So it's kind of the same thing. He's averaged 14.75 points in his last 10 games without Stephen Curry. 15.5 is his line. So technically he's averaged less, but there's these games here. He's like barely covering though. And then over here he starts getting good. He has a monster game here, 28 points. And then this game, 24 minutes played. What was this, 2 days ago? Put up 12 shots, 21, 18, 13. Only put up 7 shots. Shot 6 of 7 here. So you got 18, 21 here, 13 here, 12 shots put up here, 24 minutes played, no personal fouls. Let me take this off here. So there's only 1 game this season he's played against the Clippers, but this was a game that Steph Curry did play. So he has no games against the Clippers in the last 365 days where Curry did not play, which is why you see no data available. This is so far this season. I don't know. So he's got a lot of red when Steph Curry hasn't played, and he's got 2 barely covereds, and then he's just got 2 amazing games. So in terms of like looking at all this stuff, it's not crazy sexy, but you have to factor in that the Clippers this season have allowed a lot of points to players in the point guard spot, have allowed a lot of points this season, and also in the L2W, aka last 2 weeks. This is also projected to be a close game. Melton is slotted as the starting shooting guard. Oh, I wonder if that recently changed. So let's see. Oh, there's something I want to check here. So normally so I guess that just updated that he was projected to be a shooting guard. Because what I want to do here, man, there's not that many things. There's not much available here. 125. No. So let me see. So normally when he plays out of the point guard spot. For this particular game, he is playing shooting guard out of the 2 spots. What we need to see here is how is Clippers defense defending players playing out of the shooting guard spot in regards to allowing points. So what I'm going to do real quick here is I'm going to find on my phone, so I have to click around a million times. So that it's still green on shooting guards. It's 101, so it's not as, so points for the season for Melton, or for point guards is 128, for shooting guards is 101, so they still offer a ton. They are green as well in 3 points for shooting guards. I'm going to pull up the last 2 weeks here real quick. Last 2 weeks for points, shooting guards, they're 137. So they suck against guards in general. Guards in general they suck at. So it doesn't matter if it's point guard or shooting guard. The defensive rank is not the issue. The issue is if we're actually quantifying and calculating the true difference between these 2 numbers, it's 2.36. So you only have the difference is kind of small here, 2.36. And he actually has the highest difference from anybody that's not in a blowout game here, like KD. Let me check the unders real quick. Not touching that because it's green. About the same, kind of the same concept here, 15% percentage difference. Looks like he's on a downward trend here. 21, 20, 27, 21, 21, 18, 33 and 34 minutes played, 13 and 11. And he's on a back-to-back. So yesterday he played a game and he played 34 minutes and scored 11 points. Back-to-back games of 33 plus minutes and 13 or less points. Giannis might be playing for the first time. He's questionable to return. He hasn't played in a while. If he plays, this under 17.5 is definitely interesting because they're far and away the predominant scorer on this team. That's interesting. Definitely monitor Giannis here. If Giannis plays in this line and you catch this line before it goes up or before it goes down, this is interesting. But if he doesn't play, let me see here. So games without Giannis. So I went to the season, 25-26. If he doesn't play, these are the games he's played this season that Giannis has not played. And it looks like he's hitting about a 56%. It's a little bit better than a coin flip. But then okay, what games that he has played with Giannis, that drops down to 30%. So if Giannis plays, actually, let me do one more thing. Okay, so 2 books have him at 16.5. Everybody else has got him at 17.5. If Giannis is officially in and you catch this before it goes down, this under 17.5 is definitely interesting. On a back-to-back, Giannis is playing the second leg of a back-to-back. This guy hits this line 56% of the time when Giannis has not played this season and only 30% of the time when he has. Interesting. Another Milwaukee player, also on a back-to-back, also versing red defense, also probably drastically different with and without Giannis. We can check that here real quick. So again, we're just going to do, okay, so this season without Giannis, he's hit his points line, which is, 18.5. Hit this line 58% of the time. When Giannis is played, it drops down to 33%. I think both of these are interesting. If Giannis plays, the under 18.5 for Kevin Porter and then the under 17.5 for Rollins, oh, I just realized my filter went away. I was like, why am I seeing 13 lines? Interesting. I don't think Tatum is back yet for Boston. I think he actually, there's an outside chance I think he's coming back Wednesday. But their defense, both season and last 2 weeks, is significantly better on stopping shooting guards from scoring points than it is. I mean, it's still pretty good on point guards, which is why we looked at him earlier. Man. So we have 3 things here that we're considering. All have a 15% difference, which is the percentage difference between these two numbers. So this is saying the projection is 15% higher. 17.86 is 15% higher than 15.5. So I wasn't completely in love with this because you see when we even go like not even last 20, but just last 10, that like when he's hitting, I mean, he's got to hit here, but it's just, he's only had like 1 really good game. We can argue that 20 is a good game. Okay, fine. 2 really good games, and then like if it was like when he missed, he barely missed, and then when he hit, like he's crushing it, that's kind of what we look for. But like he's missing by a lot, and he's also barely hitting when he does. So if we, in theory, move his line up to 18.5, which I know is not his line. His line is 15.5. But you see, he's only cleared 18 twice. He needs 16 for this one. So let's just go back to what he needs to clear. 16. Okay. I have an idea. So I think what we're doing is we're most interested in, let me actually check his best line. Ooh, Bet Rivers, baby, 19.5, let's go. We're most interested in Porter's under. If Greek Freak officially comes back, then I really like Porter, I think the most out of all of the point stuff we looked at. If he doesn't come back, I believe we can consider, we don't want to touch any of the Milwaukee unders if he doesn't come back. But we can consider Melton if he does. But yeah, that's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you use PlayerProps.ai. And as I mentioned at the beginning, if you have not yet, smash the subscribe button. If you like to win more bets and lose less bets, we teach you how to do that. And we literally show you on screen how to do that as well. So go ahead and tap the subscribe button for daily betting tips. We try to do shows Monday through Friday, teaching you how to lose less of your picks. If you follow all of the 7 steps of success that are detailed in the free to join Discord channel, Discord server, then you are guaranteed to reduce significantly your avoidable losses. And that's your goal for March. If you don't have a goal for March, I just gave you one. Your goal for March is to learn how to stop shooting yourself in the foot. That's also the same thing as saying how to learn how to stop betting on things that losing bets that we show you, this is why you should not bet on this. So stop betting on things that our app and our guidelines and our community tell you, do not bet on this. It is not an optimal play. Stop forcing things, stop shooting yourself in the foot, get in Discord, ask questions. The only way you can fail is by not trying. So get into Discord and start trying. Easy as that. Tap the subscribe button. We'll see you in Discord. Good luck, everybody.